Hi, I'm an astrologer. I study the asteroids, and let me tell you some things I've noticed from my studies. I've learned that energy is represented through like the planets and the asteroids, and in that energy, we all embody different pieces of energy, and there is energy that comes into contact for certain reasons. And so when looking in the chart, especially using the asteroids, it's very entangled with stories and mythologies as representations a lot of times, because when we tell stories and mythologies over and over and over again, when even just someone becoming super famous, it puts so much energy into the world, because everything's energy, that the energy grows and goes into an everything. And words are very powerful. The more we tell these stories, the more it grows. And so, for example, there's a new show that came out on Netflix, I think, called Chaos. I haven't watched it yet, but it's about the Greek gods. And there's so much romance and sexuality and war and tragedy that happens in these mythologies, that we inherently play out a lot of these energies within our own lives with the people that we know and connect with, at least energy wise. And it is represented in the chart, these kind of patterns we fall into. And it's because those energies of the mythologies has been told for so long and has grown so much power. So it's really interesting, especially when we're looking to like learn more about ourselves and our own energies and the patterns that we play out and why we're here, what we want to do while we're here. I've learned about the idea of reincarnation through looking into the asteroids, and it's been so fascinating because it's not something that I believed in before. And thinking about it that way, energy can't be destroyed once it's there. So the energy has to go somewhere. And so the idea of reincarnation does make sense in that way. I feel like the minute you think you know something, the universe will show you a way to expand your mind and show you don't. Because we're so limited in what we can even understand about the universe, is my opinion. The capacity wise, while here in the physical. My personal experience is that I want to start sharing is that it shows that I'm here to learn a lot about karma specifically. Because there is an asteroid karma, and looking at that, it correlates with my North Node very heavily. Yeah, it kind of seems to me like there are people here who have made major changes in the world. And I mean, we've seen that there is a history of, and those people are still around. And I think we don't understand quite how these things work. It could be someone you pass by on the street who literally changed the outcome of an entire country, and you would never know because of where they are currently in their journey. And that has expanded my mind a lot when it comes to thinking of like how I think about people. Like, you really shouldn't judge a book by its cover. We are so designed for different soul growth reasons. And I've seen a lot on the asteroids, and it's just so like amazing. Every time I read charts and look into these meanings, I think of snowflakes every time, because every chart really is a snowflake. It has its own ways of balancing itself out, no matter how on the surface it looks heavily towards like one way or another, because everything's about balance. So it's just been so interesting. And so I want to start sharing more personal experiences to see if people can relate to those experiences, but also be able to kind of zoom out and look at them through an astrological lens, because that's what's been so helpful for me, from my personal experiences, being able to zoom out and look at them now from like a researcher's lens. And it really is a perspective shift, like one of the most helpful perspective shifts I've ever experienced. So yeah, if you want to learn more about the asteroids and here's some experiences that I then can correlate to the study of the asteroids, then you can follow and check out more of my videos.